Hi everyone, this is Brad from Board Game Geek. I'm here with Scott from the Dreamland Chronicles, which is a CCG for tablets for kids. Can you tell us a little bit about the game and how it came about?
Sure.
It should be fine.
Okay. So I have a 7-year-old son whose two favorite things in the world are his Pokemon card collection and my iPad. And so he wanted to find a way to do them together, and I naively, even though I've been making games for nearly 20 years, said, oh, of course, let me look in the App Store and I'll grab something for you. Nothing was there for kids. I spent a week researching it. Nothing was there for kids. After a while, I found it strange. Why would there be no CCG available for kids? And that's when my partner and I started brainstorming, thinking, we should look into this. We both have sons. We both kids who love this sort of thing. And as we thought about it, then I approached Scott Sava, who makes the Dreamland Chronicles webcomic. The webcomic has been going for 8 years at thedreamlandchronicles.com. The whole thing's available to read online for free. And he uses 3D assets, and it looks like stills out of a Pixar or DreamWorks movie. It's a great all-ages Tolkien-style storyline of a kid who used to dream when he was a child and play with all of these other fantasy characters. And then when he became an adult, he stopped dreaming, and then one day he finds a necklace, he goes back to Dreamland, and all the adventures begin again. So I approached him, and Scott, when he heard the idea, before I could even finish asking, he said, you have to use Dreamland. This is perfect. Let's do this. We came to an agreement. He sent me all of his assets, and we started adapting his storyline into a CCG for kids. So we decided we wanted to do something that was very different. It was more like the Pokemon experience, where the collecting and the emotional connection to the cards is just as important as playing. My son, one of his greatest moments, he got a Charizard card. He went running around the house. I got a Charizard, I got a Charizard. But you need to have that in the digital form. So the cards are very focused on the characters. The characters are animated, and not just simply animated, but much like Outfit 7's Talking Tom and Talking Ben, if you rotate the iPad or the Android tablet vertically instead of horizontally, you can start interacting with the characters. So they're virtual toys in a lot of ways. And we figure $10, or is it $1.99 for 10 cards, 8 to 10 cards that are virtual toys is better than $14.99 for one Skylander. So we wanted to give parents a nice alternative there. And we're adding all kinds of parental controls for parents, so they can really control what the kids are doing and how they're doing it, and parents get push notifications or emails for booster pack requests instead of kids asking for iTunes passwords all the time, which I get asked all the time. So we were able to build a proof of concept version and test it with a bunch of kids in my neighborhood, and it's been an incredibly rewarding experience. The kids seem to get it right away. 2 kids were very mad at me that they couldn't buy more cards right there. So we felt we were onto something. For gameplay, we decided we wanted to avoid the playmat. For Magic, for Hearthstone, for Soulforge, that makes total sense. Those kind of games, it's about the strategy and that great thrill of beating the other guy. But it doesn't need emotional connection to the character. And that's what we wanted. So we set it up more as a battle arena where the cards get dragged down and the characters come to life. People have compared it to Battle Chess, to early versions of Final Fantasy, or to Hero Academy. And kids seem to really respond to that. They like the idea of seeing the characters be able to attack and be able to defend and have their own unique animations.
Very cool. So the game is being funded on Kickstarter right now, is that right?
Kickstarter right now. You can look for us, you can look up Dreamland Chronicles or Protobird Games on Kickstarter. The easiest way is go to dreamlandcardgame.com. That'll bring you right to the URL. And we're running a PAX special right now. For anybody who donates before midnight on Monday, we have 2 very exclusive cards, 2 hero characters that normally would have their own soldiers battling for them, will be available as soldiers for other characters. So those we're going to give to anybody who donates to the Kickstarter before Monday at midnight.
Very cool. And is there a projected release time frame for the game?
We're hoping by the end of 2014. A lot of it will depend on how much money we have from the Kickstarter. Some of the other folks who we're hoping we're going to come aboard and help us out. So that's our target goal. It could trickle into 2015. It'll just really depend. So we are able to give a little bit of instant gratification. Anybody who donates to the Kickstarter, within 24 hours, we will send PDFs of all 1,700 plus pages of the entire story. Our feeling is we want you to fall in love with this as much as we did. So you can have the whole story in easy form. You can stick in your Kindle or your Nook or your iPad, read it all yourself. If it doesn't work for you, cancel your donation. We get it.
Cool. Well, thank you so much. It sounds like a really great concept, something that really targets kids and families, which we need more of. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.